Hey everybody, welcome back. If it's your first time visiting my channel, welcome. If you're a return subscriber, thank you for coming back. So today we're going to do some coasters. Now I've mentioned in previous videos that I cannot seem to do a bloom. I've tried and tried and tried. I have coasters in my resin bucket that I just haven't had any luck with it. Excuse me. So today I have my new mold I got from Temu. It's a 4-pour. I did measure them, so I do mark those on the back. How much, there's two sizes. Here's the two larger ones and the two smaller ones. So I did measure that to hopefully get, I have enough resin. I've already mixed this up. I'm going to take the temperature to see what it is. I also have some new alcohol inks I picked up when I had my trip to the New York State this past weekend. These are Bria Reese. I have 4 colors. I have a magenta, a purple, a lake blue, and this one is a shimmer. I'm not sure how that would work in, but we're going to give it a shot. And this one's called lake blue, but it's a shimmer lake blue. So I guess these two would be very similar. All right, and I also have a icing bag here that I'm going to use for my white. So I'm just going to see what temperature this is. Now, this thermometer I'm using, I don't use for anything other than the resin. I wouldn't trust to use it in food after I've tested resin with it. So right now I'm at 36.6 degrees. All right, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to pour my clear in, and then I'm going to add my alcohol inks, and then we'll do the whites. So the difference between these will be the colors of the alcohol inks as well as how I do the pattern with the white. So I'm going to do a little bit in each one first just to see how I did with I used an online resin calculator to figure out how much these would take. So we'll see how accurate that is. Some of my cast and craft to this. I'm just going to do 3 drops. I'm going to give it a good shake before I do that. And then 3. 1, 2, 3. I'm going to give that a stir. Now I find with the cast and craft, you have to give it a good stir for it to mix in. Now I always, because I'm in the basement and my resin bottles are sitting on a basement floor, I always pour my A and B separately, and then I put each little cup into some warm water to heat it up before I mix them together. And that helps keep them bubble free. I didn't do this with this one today for this little bit because I was in a hurry because I've already poured these ones, and you can certainly tell the difference with the bubbles. So if you're struggling with bubbles, maybe you want something you want to keep in mind. So I don't know if these are pre-opened or if I have to put a hole in them. Let me just take a look. Oh, these guys have pretty big holes. Be careful. So we're going to do 1, 2 of those in the middle. And then we're going to go around that with actually I think I'll go around with that with the blue. Just giving them all a good shake. Make sure all that pigment is intermixed. Okay, and then I'm just going to go around that. And then I'm going to encase that with the purple. So again, oh, I mixed that and the lid wasn't tight. Oh, okay, that's okay. And then I'm going to add the purple. So I'm just going to go in. and add some purples. Okay, I'm just going to give that a wipe down before I put the lid back on. There we go. You can see, make sure your lid's on before you shake these. Okay, and I'm just going to grab the clean baby wipe since that one's full of purple. Okay. All right, so we're going to leave that one. We're going to go to the next one. I'm going to make sure these lids are tight. Now I want to try this shimmer one. The question is, where do I want to put it? These lids don't go on very well. Just don't, oh, there they go. Okay. So let's do this one with, let's do the shimmer one with, I think I'll use the purple, like, no, the magenta again. I can't get the lid on there. Okay, there we go. So I think I'll use the magenta again. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to use, I think I'll use this peach color in the middle. Like this. And then I'm going to go ring that with the metallic, the pearlescent shimmer alcohol is what it's called. So I'm going to just go around with the shimmer stuff. Okay. And then I'm going to do the outside in the magenta. All right. Let's see how that comes out. Now, these lids are kind of hard to get on. Okay. Now, which one do we want to? So those are all purely done. Well, no, that one had the peach. I want to see how these new alcohol inks work compared to the ones I have. So let's do this one. I think this is a cool color. So this one's called Lemon Green. So let's try out the lemon green. So we're going to use lemon green with, let's use that with a orange yellow and a purplish red. So I'm going to do the middle in the orange yellow. Okay. And I'm going to go around that with this purplish green. Okay. You can tell that one doesn't really have a strong tint to it. I wonder if I should have shook it better, because when I was first looking at this one, it seemed to be sticking at the bottom. What I should do is grab some ball bearings when I'm out. Yeah, this one has a lot of tint on the bottom. I need to grab some ball bearings and, sorry guys, if you can hear the shake in my voice. I'm shaking the dickens out of this, because, I don't know if you can see it, but that has a lot of pigment stuck to the bottom that just does not want to come up. So yeah, next time I'm out, that's what I'm grabbing. So I'm just going to add a little bit more, see if I can get a little more pigment out of this green, because it's very light. Okay, let's see if that's a little bit better. All right, and what one did I was use? Oh, with the purplish blue. I hope this doesn't turn brown against that green. What color goes with green? Yellow. I have a feeling this purplish red may turn. You know what, I'm going to go back in with a yellow around the edge because I don't want it to turn brown. So, bear with me. I'm just going to find my yellow. Actually, I'm going to go in with just a darker green. because that's what I came across first. So again, I'm going to give it a good shake. See, these ones, I don't know why that apple green one sticks so much to the bottom. These ones don't. This one's not doing that. Okay, let's go in with the darker green. Okay, and for our last one, I want to try the shimmer again, but this time I'm going to put oh, I can see the shimmer in that. That's pretty. This one I'm going to put the shimmer right in the center. So I'm going to put that right there. And, boy, I don't like these lids. Okay, I want to go in with the magenta around the shimmer. Okay. And what color do we want around the outside? How about the purplish red around the outside? I know it's similar to the magenta maybe. Let's take a look to see how the difference between them. I think I can definitely see that these alcohol inks are better quality than the ones I have. Let's see. All right. Let those spread out. All right. You can see that shimmery blue. It's very pretty. All right. Now we want to make some room. We're going to go in now with our white. Now, some of these things I'm trying today is a first for me. So hopefully, for those of you who are still learning about resin like I am, you either learn from my mistakes or you learn from my success. Either way. All right, so I'm going to take this white that I have, and it's still fairly thin. I don't want it sinking to the bottom, but I do want it to intermix with my alcohol ink. So it is pretty warm though. All right, I'm going to put it into my piping bag. And you can also just use a sandwich bag, which is this is first time I'm using a piping bag. I happen to be in my last Temu order. I saw them on there and threw them in my cart. Okay. Just want to scrape every last little bit out of there. Sorry if my hands are in the way, guys. I'm going to be moving my craft room upstairs shortly. We're making some changes, and I'm going to be moving into a room that has windows, because this room doesn't have windows. I do have a Dyson air purifier in here with me, but I'd really like to be in a room with some windows. So my son, who's getting older, wants to move down here, so we're contracting somebody to put a window in this room, encasement or whatever they call it. And once we are able to do that, then he wants to move down here, and I'm going to take his room upstairs. So he'll have his own little washroom down here, and some privacy, I guess. But okay, so here's my piping bag. I have quite a bit of white in there, but I have the 4 coasters to do. So I'm going to give that a twist. And then I'm going to cut the very tip of this off. And hopefully I don't cut it too big. Let me grab my scissors. I'm going to grab my small scissors. and we're going to cut a little bit off. So I want you guys to see, but I don't want to do it over top my resin because I don't want it to squirt out on me. So I'm just going to cut. I know you guys can't see. Let's see. There we go. So I'm just going to cut the tip off. And I think I need a little bit more than that. I'll have to remember to clean these scissors. Okay, I think that's good. Yeah. All right, let's go ahead and get started. So the first one I'm going to do a traditional circle, and then I want to try the one where they do like the dashes, and then one with the points, and I think the last one I'll do in the flower motion. So let's see how we do here, guys. Okay, so I'm going to start out here, and I'm just going to make my way around like that. Okay, and this one here, I'm going to try the dashes. So you just go across like this. That's sinking pretty good. I wonder if this is too warm. Too thin, because it is very warm. And I'm just offsetting these as I do them the best I can, because it's sinking and I can't really see them. So I'm kind of guessing. Okay. This one I think I'm going to do the dashes. This one, the outside resin did not look did not move, which is unfortunate. But we're gonna try it anyway. So we're gonna go like this. We're gonna make lines. I think this is how it's done. I think they call it the firework method. I don't remember. I'm just playing around. Did I go there yet? Yeah, I did. Okay, and then I'm going to, again, try to go in between what I just did. And again. All right. Now this one, I'm just going to do some wiggles. I certainly had lots of white. I don't have high hopes, guys. I think coasters are just not my thing. But I don't mind playing. All right. Well, I have quite a bit of white left. I think I'd like to put a little bit more in the center of this one. Like that. And I think, you know what to say, stop playing. I'm bad for playing. Come back and fiddle. Whoops. Didn't mean to do that. Dip the edge right in. Whoops. I need to tighten this back up again. Okay, I think that's it. Just gonna put my white back into the cup that I stirred it in. Now, these two I'm not going to move at all. This one I'm going to bring my clear into the center to see if we can get the bloom started. So I am wiping off my stick after each swipe. I kind of do it like cut in 4 and then divide it again in 4. I would love for you, those of you who do coasters and do petals and that, to if you have any hints and tips for me, give them. I've tried bringing it up to, like, I can't remember, 40 some odd degrees. I've tried waiting 35 minutes. Tried all sorts of things. I just, no luck. Just, I don't know. All right, guys, I'm going to come back in probably about half an hour, and I'm going to swirl my centers on these two. These two I'm leaving as is. And then we'll see how they come out when they dry. Hey, everybody. So we're all cured up. Um, we'll get to these in a minute. I just want to show you what I made with my additional white resin that I had left over. I added some sparkle, some UV changing sparkle, as well as some glow, glow pigment to it. So these are just little letter for keychains. I do have to trim them up, but let's see if these little guys actually glow. Let me grab my UV light. Alright guys, let's see if these glow. Oh, they do. Oh, that's a nice glow too. Oops, I know it's very dark. All you can see is a glow. But let me put my night light on. Yeah, those glow pretty good. Alright. Let's, the other thing that these do is if I hold they go from the green, with the heat they turn the purpley color. So they started out green and now they're the purpley color. Okay, so that's just my little over pours playing around. All right, let's take a look at these. So I have to tell you, with this guy, this was when I did the white. This was the bloom I did the white. When I was putting my stuff away, I accidentally dropped a bottle of my ink into it and made a mess. So what I ended up doing was, I thought, okay, I'll take it from being an attempt at a bloom to maybe like where you put the inks in and then you put the sinker white over top. But I think it had thickened up too much by then, so I think it's just going to be a big mess. So let's take a look at this one first. I added some silver and gold to it to try to salvage it in some way, but actually it's not that bad looking on this side. Let's take this out. I mean, that's not too bad looking. Can you guys see that? If anything, I would just use it on this side, but let's take a look at the other side, which I'm sure is ugly. Yeah, I swirled it. Actually, you know what? It's got a kind of neat effect. If it hadn't, it's got a little bit of extra white here, but I don't know. It's not too bad. It's got lots of dimension to it. I'm not mad at that. I like that. Either side I would use. Well, I want something dark and gloomy, or I want something kind of bright and fun. All right. Well, for an accident, didn't turn out too bad. You can see a little bit of silver sparkle in here, but it definitely has, I don't, the camera probably doesn't pick it up that well, but it has lots of dimension in there. Okay, let's take a look at this one. This is the one where I put the dashes in. You can see my inks don't move around a lot after. Let's take a look at this one. Oh, okay. Not what I was expecting. So obviously my white sunk too much. You can see here. This one had the blue glitter in it. It's if it wasn't for these big blobby ones, it wouldn't be that bad. I mean, it's not that pretty. I do you like how clear, like where the clear parts are? That resin came out nice and clear. Probably some of the best results I've gotten for bubble-free resin. Okay, let's take a look at this one. Here is the one I did with the lines to be like the firework effect. Kind of looks like an off-centered flower on this side, doesn't it? Let's take a look. Nope. It's interesting how that pink came through and then just a little bit of the blue in the middle. So it didn't have the effect I thought it was going to have, but again, it's not that bad. I think it's pretty. I like it. I'm surprised at. Normally I have bubbly resin, and this stuff is so clear. Okay, let's take a look at our last one. So this one was trying to remember. Oh, where I did the um, little flowery shapes. So I don't mind it on this side. This side it's nice. Let's take a look to see what the other side did. All right. Oh, way too much white, but again, it's not. I like it. If if the white hadn't sunk as much, I probably would have got a better bloom effect. But it's not. I wouldn't say it's a total fail for these. Um, I'm still learning, still getting better. Out of all of these, I think my favorite would be um it's kind of dark in here today, isn't it, guys? I would say my favorite is actually this guy. It was a kind of tie between this one and this one for my favorite, but I do like this one here. I like the greens with the orange. This one, I think the dimension that it got is nice. I wish I hadn't had this little sploosh of white in here, but let me know, guys. Let me know what you think. Um, Thank you for joining me. I'll keep trying these coasters and hopefully get better over time. You can see where I made a mess with my white. I need to clean up my desk. All right, guys, I'll see you in the next one.